Hey, what's going on guys, Gaz here and welcome to my chocolate bomb guide. Now to those of you wondering what a chocolate bomb is, it's basically a food which heals 150 life points and doesn't stop you from attacking, much like a Sara brew, and these are widely used by pures and that's why they're so expensive. The only requirement to go ahead and do this method is level 42 cooking. Coming up on screen now is a picture of me buying the supplies for 200 chocolate bombs, and as you can see it cost me 438k altogether, and then this picture here following it is a picture of me selling 200 chocolate bombs for just upwards of 1 mil. So as you can see, the market price of chocolate bombs is about 4.5k, but they do sell for way over that. Okay guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is get your hand on one of these gnome bowl molds, because you do need these to make the chocolate bombs. You don't lose the gnome bowl mold when you make the chocolate bombs, so you actually only need to buy them once. You can buy these from the guy named Hugo, who's in the northwest of the who's in the northwest of the first floor on the Grand Tree. If you trade with him, he sells all the supplies you need for gnome cooking. You're going to notice here that he sells gnome bowl molds. You're only going to need 4 of these, but just grab all of them, I don't see why not, and then you'll have those for when you need to make the chocolate bombs. Okay guys, so here's me price checking all of the items needed to make a chocolate bomb, and you can see it comes to a total of just 1776, and you can also get this price down a little bit if instead of buying the chocolate dust you actually buy the chocolate bars and then turn it into the dust yourself. So if you're like me and I made 200, I bought 1000 bars and then crunched 200 into chocolate dust, and then I left the remaining 800 to make the bombs, and then that was a little bit cheaper. It saved me about 40 odd k. But anyway, you can see it costs 1776 to make one of these, and the grand exchange price of it is 4375, and they also do always pretty much sell for higher than that because they are in high demand. Okay guys, so now I'm going to show you how to actually make a chocolate bomb. So the first thing you're going to want to do is use your gnome bowl mold with the dough, and then you want to use the raw gnome ball on a range. You then want to click on the half-baked bowl and click on chocolate bomb, and you then need to cook it again on the range. You then have an unfinished bowl. You will then need to use your chocolate dust with the unfinished bowl, and that will get the completed chocolate bomb. Now you'll notice all the supplies what I used can be purchased from the Grand Exchange apart from the gnome bowl mold. So I will just withdraw all of the items which you need again. So you need 1 chocolate dust, you need 2 pots of cream, you need 4 chocolate bars, you need 1 equa leaves, and you need 1 dough. So I'll just quickly repeat that for you guys. So you can buy all of this stuff from the Grand Exchange, as you all know. So the dough on the gnome bowl mold on the range, the raw gnome bowl on the range, sorry. You then have to prepare it. Click on chocolate bomb. You do have to do this separately every time. Unfortunately, there's no prepare all option. You then need to use it on the range again to get the unfinished bowl. You then use the chocolate dust on the unfinished bowl, and that gives you the chocolate bomb. And as you can see there, that didn't take me long at all. And if it will just let me price check it there, you can see that's 875k altogether for the market price of 4375k each. Okay, so I'm now going to show you guys the most efficient and easy method to actually make the chocolate bombs. Now what you actually want to do is you don't want to make them all at the same time. You want to turn them into unfinished bombs first, so that they only require the chocolate dust and the cream to be added, because that comes at the same stage. So the most efficient thing to do is to make them unfinished first, then bank them. Once you have all you want to make made unfinished, is to add the cream and the chocolate dust to them. So I'm going to show you the quickest method to make these. And now this is how you're going to want your bank set up. So you need each inventory we're going to be making 4 in inventory. So you need 4 gnome bowl molds, 4 dough, 4 equa leaves, and the rest 16 chocolate. Now that will make 4. So what I've done is I've actually set up my mouse keys to do this. You don't need mouse keys, just make sure that you have withdraw 4. If you don't know how to do that, press X, then press withdraw 4, and then that will give you 4. So now that means that if I go down to here, I've got 4 selected straight away. So what I can do is I can just use mouse keys to get 4 of those out each, and that will just require me to withdraw all, and that will give me the required what I need. So the next thing you want to do, of course, is you want to add the dough to the gnome bowl mold. Now this can be done while moving, so if you're not using this varrock range here, the second best range to use would be the the catherby range, and that's the one which is right next to the bank. So if you can't use this one here, which requires Varrock Diary 3, then you do have to use the catherby range, because these do require a range to be made. Okay, so now what you need to do is you want to use the no bowl mode on the Giando. So just do that as quick as possible, and then you need to of course use the raw gnome ball on the range, and you can do this at a consecutive pace. You don't have to wait for the animation to end, as you can see there. Now you need to right click on the left click, sorry, on the half baked bowl, click chocolate bomb, chocolate bomb, chocolate bomb, chocolate bomb. You then need to use these again on the range, and then these will give us the unfinished bowls which we're after. You then want to go to the bank. You can then just empty the backpack into the bank and repeat the process. Now it is always good to try and be as quick as you can, because that means you're of course going to maximise your GP per hour. So basically you just want to do this, and always click on the one furthest to the right, because look, when I click the chocolate bomb here, it doesn't actually make much change in the in what the item looks like at all. I don't even think there is a change actually, to be honest with you. So you do need to always click on the right one, and then that will obviously do all the ones in front of it before it does that one. So instead of clicking on the one which you actually want to do, just click on the one which is furthest right, and then that will be the easiest way to do it. Same when you're adding the Giando to the bowl. It is a real shame there's no make all option for this, but that's unfortunately the way it is. Okay guys, so that's pretty much all you're going to be doing until you have made all of the unfinished bowls which you want to make. So say for example I only bought supplies for 12 unfinished bowls. Actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly do 2 more, because then that will give me enough for 2 inventories on the next stage. So it won't be a moment. Once you get the hang of this guys, you do increase your speed, you'll notice that. One more thing to be careful to do is to do not eat your aqua leaves, and do not eat your chocolate bars either, because of course if you left click on them you will eat them, so you do have to be careful of that. Okay, so now I have enough for 2 inventories, because on the next stage, so I've made all the unfinished bowls I want to make. So I've got 14 unfinished bowls, and that's as many as I want to make. So now what you need to do on the next stage is you want to have this set to withdraw 7. And turn the mouse keys off to do that. So this to withdraw 7. Turn those back on. And then you need 7 unfinished bowls, and you want 14 pots of cream, I do believe. Yeah, it's 14 pots of cream and 7 unfinished bowls and 7 chocolate dust. Now when you do this, all you need to do is you want to drag one of the chocolate dust down so it's next to the unfinished bowl, and you just want to do the sort of left right thing as you would if you was making bolts, and then that will make them all into chocolate bombs. And you go back into the bank, store them all, and then just repeat the process. So 7, 7, all cream. And then you've got to be careful. The reason we do it this way is because one, you can left click on cream to eat it, so you can't left click on chocolate dust, and then it's just much quicker to do it this way instead of making the unfinished ones then add in the cream. It's much quicker to do it that way. So just do that and repeat the process, and that's pretty much how you make chocolate bombs, guys. Now while I've done that, I'm going to quickly run to the bank and just not to the bank, to the Grand Exchange, sorry, and sell these chocolate bombs just to show that they do sell for way over market price. So I'm just going to throw one straight in the Grand Exchange just to see what it sells for. Now I know I haven't explained this very well, the commentary's been terrible, but I really hope that, oh wow, we've been serious, but I really hope that I've explained it good enough so you guys know what to do. If you don't, as always, ask any questions. So okay, so that's done. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to quickly go to the G and show you guys that these do sell for above market price. And that is all there is to it, guys. So I've recently just made 200 chocolate bombs, as you would have seen from the picture in front. That took me about, I don't even think it took me an hour. It's extremely quick once you get the hang of it. Just doing that method from which I was doing there, from making them unfinished and then to go ahead and sell them to make them after. So I don't want to do that. I just want to sell one. So 4375 to the Grand Exchange, sells for 5k. I can confirm that when I was doing this earlier, I actually sold them for a lot more than that. I suppose as I've been selling them all day, the demand does go up for them. But anyway guys, that's my chocolate bomb guide. I really hope it helped. I'm now going to throw in some quick tips on some stuff which you can get from to make this process a little bit cheaper. Depending on how much of a recipe for disaster you've completed, you can buy some chocolate bars from the food chest in Lumbridge Cellar. If you just right click on the chest and click buy food, then you can buy up to 300 chocolate bars a day if you have completed the quest, and these will buy for only 20 GP each. The two bakers in Ardoyne Centre both sell 100 chocolate bars each, the one to the northwest and the one to the northeast. You will have to trade these both separately to get the chocolate, however they sell 100 each at a total of just 20 GP, and the closest bank is the one to just the south. If you come back to where you bought your gnome bowls from, the guy named Tudor in the northwest, but instead you talk to the guy named Eloft Gian Senior, he will give you a quick tutorial on the gnome cooking mini game, and then he will ask you to make him a few things. But once you've made those, he will give you some Giando, 100 to be precise. He gives you 100 free Giando, and it may be worth doing that, considering the Giando does not always come through at the market price. It does normally come through quite an expensive price. However, you do still make money during this method, but it's definitely worth getting that 100 free dough because it's free. Okay guys, so that wraps up this video. Thanks very much for watching, and if you learned something today, please give it a like, and please post in the comments how much you're making from this. I do know it makes a lot of money. I haven't actually done it too much myself, but I'm definitely planning on it. And of course, if this method does get too popular, then the prices of the Choco Bombs may drop a little bit. But that's why it's good to be subscribed to me, because hopefully I can find these sort of exclusive methods, and my small fan base can hopefully make some decent money off this. So thanks very much for watching guys, and take care.